Hey guys, so this video is for our 2nd through 4th grade leaders for July week 2. It's a little bit different. I left the iPad at church and I don't have enough space on my phone to make a video, so I'm using my computer, which that's okay because it's just going to be a little different week. So this week we're continuing on with our theme, Amped. Last week we learned about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and our bottom line was we can trust that God is always with you. This week we're hearing the story of Philip and Nathaniel. And this is where Philip realizes that Jesus is the Messiah, and he runs to Nathaniel and says, we have to follow him. And so our bottom line is find friends who help you trust Jesus, which is a great thing for our 2nd through 4th graders to learn. And our life app for the month is Confidence, living like you believe what God says is true. So guys, these parent cues that are on your cart, these are for parents so that parents know what we're learning about in our classes on Sunday mornings. On the back, they have great tips to help parents connect with their kids during the week. These are so important. Make sure that you send these home with your kids. This is how we connect with parents, and it's a huge part of what we do on Sunday mornings. So please make sure these are going home with all of your kiddos tomorrow morning. Then our memory verse for this month, in your leader guides, it has an NIV verse, and this is NIRV, so they're a little bit different. But it's God began a good work in you, and I'm sure he will carry it on until it is completed. That will be on the day Christ Jesus returns, Philippians 1:6. So make sure kids are taking these home too so they can get the Bible in their heads and memorize it. So this week, when you arrive at 8:30 and 10:30, make sure that you stop and say a prayer for your small group and the kids that will be here today. VBS is this week. We have 340 kids sign up, which is huge. Last year we only had 250. So just praying that the week goes smoothly, that kids learn about Jesus, how much he loves them, just how to follow him with their lives. So just be praying for that for this week. Is just huge. Then when kids start to come at 9 and 11, you're going to have some hidden picture little worksheets that they're going to try to have to find the little hidden pictures in there with a buddy. So partner them up with a buddy. If you have an odd amount, you can have one group of 3 and help them find the hidden pictures before a large group begins. So then you're going to say, so that was fun working together as a team to find the hidden pictures. Have you guys ever lost something and then found it hidden in like a crazy spot? Well, those are some funny stories. Give them some time to share if that happened. And then say, today in large group, we're going to learn about something special that we can search for and keep always. So you'll head down to the large group room. We have 2 obturns that are our host and storyteller again this week, so make sure to give them some love and help your kids to listen and worship together. Then when you get back, you're going to do an activity called Follow the Friend. So you're going to have a blindfold on your cart for every single kid in your group. And already on your carpet in your room, there is a big blue painter's tape square. So don't let the kids mess that up at the beginning. This is for an activity. So what you're going to do is you're going to choose one of your kids to be the leader of the group. And you're going to rotate this around so that other kids get a chance. And you're going to have your kids line up behind the leader and give them each a blindfold to put on. Once they're blindfolded, they're going to put their hands on the shoulders of the person in front of them. And the leader is going to walk the group to one of the corners on the painter's tape square. And then they're going to attempt to follow the leader on the line without stepping off of the line. So you're going to let the leader begin and walk whichever direction they choose. And as your group makes the way around, encourage and cheer them on. Let them know if they're getting close to falling off of that line, because it's really hard to stay on that line when you're blindfolded. And after the first leader completed their turn, choose another leader and allow them to begin to decide which corner they're going to start from, and then let the blindfolded kids behind them walk around and see if they can stay on the line. So you're going to say, wow, guys, that would have been so much more difficult if our leader would have led us down the wrong path. If the leader would have stepped off the line, you guys would have all stepped off the line too. So how do you think Philip led Nathaniel down the right path in our story today? Okay, this is kind of a tricky question, so give them a minute to think it through, and then say, so just like it was important for Philip to be a friend Nathaniel could trust, it's important to find friends who help you trust Jesus. So maybe then make it personal. Share a story about a friend that helps you trust Jesus. So I have 2 of my very best friends that help me trust Jesus. They encourage me to pray about things. They encourage me to read the Bible and to go to a small group and all those things, and that's so important in my life. And you'll close by saying, so out of all the important things I like to keep track of, like my car keys or my sunglasses, the most important thing is to find friends who help you trust Jesus, and that's so true. So then for the memory verse activity, you guys are going to make little bracelets this week. So there's a little baggie that has an instruction sheet and some cord and beads in it, and all the kids will get one of these. So what you're going to do is you're going to take one cord and you're going to fold it in half like this, and then you're going to loop that end through one of the ends of the crosses. and you're going to give it about an inch. I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm not good at making videos. Okay, you're going to give it about an inch, and then you're going to tie this through so that you've got a little knot on one end. Then you're going to take the other cord, and you're going to do the exact same thing. Fold it in half. I'm not getting it the right way. Fold it in half, and then loop it into the other end of your cross. Maybe. We'll get there. Give it about an inch, and then you're going to fold the other ends in and pull it down. So now you've got your little cross like that. So then you've got some different colored beads. Some of the kits are black and red, some are pink and purple, I think. And you're going to thread your beads every other color onto the ends of your string. And then let's see. And then you're going to tie it in a double knot. Once you have your beads threaded down, you'll tie it in a double knot. And then trim the ends of the knot. And then you're going to thread the beads through you're going to thread your ends through one last bead up at the top, okay? And knot it again. And then you'll trim the ends of the knot. And then you can loosen and tighten the bracelet like this. So you can like pull it tighter or pull it looser, and because you'll have a little bead up here with a knot on it that will help you do that. So all the instructions are on this little sheet that's in all of the baggies that the kids will have. And the same thing, they'll have these little cords and they'll have little beads to make bracelets. So what you're going to say is you're going to hand out the bracelets, help them put their bracelets together and put their bracelets on their wrists. And then you're going to read Philippians 1:6 together, and you're going to hold the wrist that their bracelet is on high up in the air. So they're going to say, so you know, our verse talks about how God is going to complete the good work he began in us. And I think that good friends can help us do the good works that God has given us to do. Things like praying for us, encouraging us, and being kinds of friends that Jesus wants us to be. So this week, I want these bracelets to remind you to be thankful for the friends you have in Jesus. But I also want you to be praying for each of your friends that they might grow to love Jesus as well. So you could even tell them. So think about, for each bead that's on your bracelet, think about a different friend that you can be praying for. Maybe invite them to VBS this week. What a great week for that, to invite them to grow their faith. So then you'll close in prayer. You're just going to ask your small group if they think it's hard or easy to find friends who trust Jesus. And if they think it's easy, where do they find these friends? Church is a great place to find these friends in their small group. If it's difficult, ask them how they can be encouraging to their friends to love Jesus. So ask kids to share some ideas of what friends who trust Jesus do. Suggest some things like praying for each other, spending time at church together, being kind to each other, those kinds of things. And then you'll just close in prayer. So as adults come, encourage kids to show off their friendship bracelet and have them share something that's super important to search for, like friends who follow Jesus. So that's it for this week, guys. Please, please, please do the activities that are in here. That's our main job, right? On Sunday mornings, we want to teach kids about Jesus. So while relationships are important, we also really want to make that Bible story hit home and connect with them and do these activities to help do that. The curriculum that we use is wonderful, so we need to make sure that we're using it. And I just want to close with this final thing. My grandma passed away a couple days ago. She was very sick. It was her time to go. She is with Jesus in heaven. And it just made me think that what we do on Sunday mornings is so important. My grandma lived 81 years, and the only thing that matters now that she's gone is that she loved Jesus and she's in heaven. And so what we do on Sunday mornings, this is it, guys. This is all that's going to matter 100 years from now, is that these kids know Jesus and that they get to spend forever in heaven with him. So what we do on Sunday mornings is so important. I can't thank you guys enough for serving. Thank you so much. I hope you all have a great day today, and I'll see you tomorrow morning.